All right, folks, Bob Chick along with David Bay back here for MC. We are literally at halftime of the show, David. The IFBB pros just got off the stage. NPC action coming up, but not that this surprised anybody, but Dallas, Big Country McCarver taking it home here tonight. I tell you what, he dominated the stage.
Yeah, he dominated it in a big way, both literally and figuratively speaking. At 285, 290 pounds probably by the time he took stage, and at pushing 6'2", just a really imposing physique. And for as good as the rest of the lineup was, and it was a good lineup, Dallas was just too much for these guys.
Sure was. Michael Lockett taking that second spot, and Brandon Curry rounding out that top three. Very good showing here for the boys. I suspect we'll see both of those other guys in another show coming up. We got Tampa coming up, and some of the other shows en route to the Olympia. 12 weeks out, so there's not a whole lot of time to be qualifying.
No, we got Vancouver next week, which we'll be at. 2 weeks after that is the Baltimore show. Then we have Tampa, and then Sacramento. So there's 4 open pro shows, as far as I know, left to qualify for the Olympia. Some of these guys are doing pretty well on points. Some of them need a win to get in. So, Brandon, I think, has a couple points. Michael's going to need to lock down a win if he wants to get in. But second place here behind somebody like Dallas McCarver. If Michael shows up looking the way he did tonight in one of these other shows, he could be a guy who walks away as a winner.
Well, speaking of people going to the Olympia, our bikini girls took the stage just before the guys. Lacey DeLuca bringing it home here tonight. Couple second place finishes coming into tonight, and you could tell by the emotion on her face it really meant a lot to her to get this win and back to the Olympia.
Yeah, Lacey looked fantastic. It was a front and back battle between her and Vicky, the second place finisher, and I thought it was really close. People on the forums thought it could have gone either way, but very impressive for Lacey to make this kind of comeback after having kids. So much talk everywhere about how hard it is to bounce back from having a baby. Testament to her, how well she took care of herself during the pregnancy, and her hard work that she's put in after to make it not only back onto the stage, but to walk away with a victory as well.
All right, David. Well, 8-time Miss Olympia London Murray graced the stage, and, of course, that was our women bodybuilders. It was Jacqueline Fuchs that took the win. She qualifies for the Wings of Strength Rising Phoenix World Championships coming up this fall. She looked great.
Yeah, she's a girl who can do very well at the Wings of Strength. She's going to have to be a little bit tighter. Structurally, she's not quite on the level of a Margie Martin or an Isabella Terrell, but she's got a lot of muscle. The conditioning is good. She's well balanced, but good conditioning isn't going to win her a world title or necessarily even put her in a top spot. So she's going to have to bring the muscularity she brought here, tighten up that conditioning. She's got about 2.5 months to do it, which is plenty of time.
All right, David. Well, back to Dallas for just one quick second. Qualifies for the Olympia. Last year was his first inaugural Olympia. Got his feet wet. Looked great there. Looks a whole lot better going in this time. Put your coach's hat on for a second. What does Dallas McCarver have to do from now until the Olympia and rate his conditioning from here to that Olympia stage in order to get into that top 6?
Conditioning. Whatever that is between him and Matt, whether it be changing up the diet, more cardio, whatever they got to do, he's going to definitely have to be sharper, especially in his back shots where we know guys like Dexter, Roden, and Phil Heath are going to be razor sharp. His back lat spread, big point of discussion on the forum so far. I talked to Dallas backstage a little bit. I said, are you trying to squeeze your lower back while you're flipping your lats out? And he's like, yeah, kind of. I said, you got to stop doing that, man.
Get wide, big man.
You got to just flip those lats, peel them as wide as you can like you were hitting a front lat spread. So I think he was trying to show off lower back detail, and his lat spread didn't really show off what he truly has. And, if he's going to be on that stage with that first Olympia call-out, those are some wide dudes. And so Dallas, especially in his back lat spread, is going to have to show his thickness and his width. And shoulders are a mile wide, but he's got to make the lats match. And so a little bit of posing, conditioning, and I think he'll be golden.
All right, well, Blue Goose, Tennessee, well represented here today with Dallas McCarver. If you're going to be as wide as a country mile, you got to show it off on that stage. But we'll see Dallas at the Olympia this September, of course, in Las Vegas, Nevada. That's going to wrap things up here at the halftime report. David, appreciate it. We're going to try to get Dallas on for a quick interview. That's going to wrap things up here on this stage. For David Bay, I'm Bob Chick.